Here you're sitting with me at my desk in my office, and that's where very often we discuss pieces calmly after having selected them out of the cupboards. So I have made for you a little selection of interesting fragments. Here we have a fragment which is really on several ways very interesting. It shows a naked, mature body, male, and he's holding here probably a trident. So we have here Neptune Lateran type of the type Lateran, after a famous statue in Rome, the Lateran. And here it's a very smooth marble, and most possibly from its marble which is coming from Thasos. And we are here in the 2nd, 3rd century AD, most probably from a large sarcophagus with a very smooth surface at the back. The interesting thing about this tiny fragment, it's its history. It was bought by Charles Callan Perkins, who passed away in 1886 and was one of the co-founders of the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, the MFA, the famous large museum. And it was sold by the MFA in 2015, and I was happily acquiring it because that is truly a great American provenance of a fine fragment which you can have at 5,800 Swiss francs net for export. As on occasions we sit together, the clients, the visitors and me at this table, and we discuss pieces. This is a really interesting fragment, most unusual in its representation, because you see here erotes, small, naked, on their shoulders a large stick with a hanging deer. So erotes were hunting deer, and the head is missing, but here you have the bodies with the legs and the hooves. This is a rare subject, and it comes from the lid of a sarcophagus. It's obviously been burnt a little bit by fire, and it has a most interesting provenance. It belonged to the Medlin family in Basel, and they claim that it was bought and inherited over a lot of complicated family history from Arnold Böcklin, the famous artist in Basel, who had passed quite a lot of time in Rome, and we know he had antiquities, and he passed away in 1901. So this is a nice history and comes from an old Basel family from Professor Medlin.